our Hurricane Harvey story is that the people that we serve were not flooded for the majority of them, but they lost wages, and our supporters were heavily affected. And so it was an interesting point for Family Point to transition in who we assist. When the actual storm hit, everything kind of south of us along the bayou, what typically floods, flooded. And then with the release of the reservoirs, everything in a very quick, short of time got really intense. Everything from Memorial south was a lake. It was water right up to that light. You know, it was really intense for everybody and quite scary. And so this family just walked down to the corner because they heard, hey, there's boats coming and people are being rescued. And they went there, and what they found was, yeah, there was boats coming, and it was just civilians out there trying to get people to a safe place. And they were just getting people off the boat and then going back for more. And so people are standing there disoriented, just with a few bags in their hands, and they're just standing in the rain. And so they said, hey, can we use the church to shelter these people? And they ended up creating a temporary shelter for about 4 days. And so people were coming off of the boats, and actually there was helicopters landing in the other church parking lot. There were air evacuees that were then being dropped at this shelter. And most of them stayed for about 3 hours because they were just waiting for somebody to get here to pick them up. And there were a few more who stayed for the entire time until we found them another place. And then the days after that, it went from, okay, we're all okay, we're not going to drown, but now we have to actually think about getting back into our homes. And so Family Point coordinated with Ecclesia, a church that's down closer to downtown. And they were bringing in volunteer teams to help muck out homes, tear out sheetrock and all of that. And that's the point where, you know, some of our parents actually joined forces. And so we opened up the library for kids to come here. So we had volunteers come up here to support those kids, give them a place to play and just get together, a little bit of normalcy, while parents just south of us were helping to clean out the homes. And, you know, it's really beautiful. You have a mom who has been involved in Family Point for about 6-7 years, and she went over to help volunteer, and she's such a sweet person, and came here from Mexico, and you know, struggles with a lot of resources, but she's over there and she's helping to clean off somebody's jewelry, and she's cleaning it off, and then she wants to put it back, but she's asking for different things because she doesn't want it to get tangled. And so she actually stopped and went to the dollar store to get, you know, tissue paper and clothespins so that she actually, you know, organized it so neatly. And it just shows the heart of the people in this community and the willingness to say, you need something and I'm here for you. And for that dynamic, you know, there's a good possibility that the person she was helping clean out had actually helped her son be on sports teams.
The reimbursement program that the commissioner talked about, the buyout program that we're doing.
You know, we need to follow up with you on our rental assistance program that we're structuring through the community development block grant dollars that will be flowing through from HUD and our agency down to Harvey affected areas. But considering your constituency group, I think that's you know, an area where we intend to help, and federal government's requiring that 70% of that block grant be distributed to low to middle income communities. We intend to have everything up online. So to the extent that your constituents ask about long-term permanent housing solutions, whether they're renters or owners, property owners themselves, you know, it will be an ongoing process beyond, you know, what we've structured with FEMA. So, but we appreciate you sharing that with us.
Great.